As the weather gets warm, we usually make bruschetta, a very simple kind to have as a midnight snack sometimes, and also for picnics and also barbecues in the garden. Bread, the French baguette, is toasting with no oil. It's always helpful to use the fry pan that has the grill. It's the grill pan, so you can get the grill marks onto the bread. So while it's toasting, I'm going to make the topping. The basic sauce is I use the leftover pesto sauce from a couple weeks ago. I also soak minced garlic in olive oil and leave it for about 30 minutes. So that way you don't really taste the raw garlic, but your bread and everything else will have the garlic infusion. I use tomatoes and whatever we have available in the refrigerator. But to make the basic creamy sauce, I'm going to use the ricotta and the mozzarella. Unfortunately, I only have the small mozzarella here, so maybe I mash it. Doesn't mash very well, but mix maybe 2 tablespoons of ricotta cheese and mix it together. And I'm going to add some salt. A teaspoon of salt and pepper. And to this, I'm going to add a teaspoonful of garlic infused olive oil. Obviously, it would be better if you use softer mozzarella. Unfortunately, I only had the small one, so it's a little bit harder to mix, but I think it's mixed well. Let me taste it a little bit. Actually, you can taste a hint of garlic in it, which is good. I'll set it aside. Let me check the bread here, because I don't want the toast to burn. But I'm not getting the grill marks. Wait until I get the grill marks on the bread. So to make the topping for the bruschetta, I'm just going to use fresh tomatoes. I just cut the cherry tomatoes in half. I have some fresh basil. I'm going to roll them up and cut them into little juliennes. The smell of basil is so good. Transfer the basil in with the tomatoes. Oh, I think the bread, it may be ready. Ooh, okay, perfect. Do you see the grill marks? It's wonderful. I'm going to turn the heat off. I don't want it to burn. So here, again, I'm going to season with a little bit of that garlic-infused olive oil. And even if you get some garlic into it, it's good. Maybe 2 tablespoons. I have here a really wonderful organic balsamic vinegar that my friend gave me as a gift. Some balsamic vinegar, pepper, and salt. Set it aside. I'm going to put some garlic olive oil on top, just on one side. This will really infuse the bread with very nice taste of garlic, but you won't really chew on garlic, raw garlic. First thing I will do is add some mozzarella and ricotta cheese mixture to the bottom. You can use cream cheese as well, but I always find the ricotta cheese has that little bit of a sweeter taste, so you don't really have to add honey to it later, and so it's easier to use, right? Spread it evenly. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The rustic look is really natural and actually makes it taste better. Here, as you can see, I have all kinds of topping available. The basic is obviously cream cheese and the tomatoes and basil. Right? I'm going to add one more tomato. There's one. Another one, I think I will put a little bit of smoked salmon and some capers. I have some cocktail shrimp that I've actually pre-seasoned with a little bit of salt, pepper, and olive oil. Let's transfer some basil leaf here, just to give it a little more color and taste. I'm going to do one with very thin slice of Parmesan cheese and more of the marinated tomatoes. There's no set answer. You just do whatever you feel like. Be creative, be adventurous. Use whatever ingredients you have in the refrigerator. That always works best. You can actually set these aside and people can make their own too. It's kind of a nice way to do it. Let me just put another with an olive. So the last one, what should we do? Let's do one more of the salmon. But here I'm going to put onion pickles that I made this last year, and they're just perfect right now. So use it with salmon and a little bit more. So here it is. I have 6 different kinds of toppings for my bruschetta. It's very simple to make, just be creative. Let me try sort of the basic one with tomatoes and Parmesan cheese. Actually, the key point here is the garlic infused olive oil. It really permeates the taste of the bread, but then you don't really taste the raw garlicky taste. So it's really perfect. So try it and see you next week.